A woman breaks her silence. Her husband, a veteran, survived the enemy battlefields, only to die at the hands of a local sheriff's deputy. And now she's searching for justice, as well as raising awareness for a disorder that countless veterans face. More than 500,000 veterans have been diagnosed with PTSD, and Laura Sellinger's husband is one of them.
Earlier today, she sat down with our Paul Mueller. And Paul, what a sad story. Do we know any more about what led up to his death?
It really is sad, and she says that her husband just had a psychotic break. Now, keep in mind, this was back in December in Pasco County. Sheriff's deputies forced to pepper spray, then tase John Sellinger after he reportedly tried to carjack at least one vehicle, then choke a 70-year-old man. 24 hours later, his wife had to take her husband of 8 years off life support.
My husband and I had a fairy tale love.
They were high school sweethearts, joined the military together right after 9/11, serving side by side.
He suffered. He suffered greatly.
What?
But it was a battle inside John Sellinger that would eventually take his life. He served in the Air Force as a mechanic, half a dozen deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as a dozen others across the world. But the embedded images of war would leave him scarred when he would return home.
And we all did our best, and we couldn't help him. But he's not the only one out there like that.
It culminated on the afternoon of December 30th. He disappeared and was classified as missing and endangered. The series of events leading to a list of charges, including attempted murder.
It was a psychotic break, and he needed help, but he didn't deserve to die. He wasn't a maniac on a rampage. He was scared.
Scared, frightened, in fear. John's wife says 4 out of 5 veterans suffered just like her husband did, and now she can't just stand by and do nothing about it. For her and their son, Johnny Jr., for all the veterans out there and their families reeling from the living hell of PTSD.
I still have my veteran friends who are there for me, and we're going to try and turn this into a positive because I have a son.
Now, John Sellinger never had a record, but there is another element to this story here, not just the PTSD. His wife says the sheriff's office used excessive force and that they should have better training when they handle situations like that, Keith.
Serious allegations. But
Yeah.
what's the sheriff's office saying about that?
Well, Sheriff Chris Nago, a short time ago, reached out to us and sent out a statement saying this was a series of violent events, that his officers are trained in situations just like this one. And in fact, in this case, they used less than lethal force. And after that, Keith, Stacey, they tried to save his life.
It's awful. What an emotional story. Thank you, Paul.